Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. We are discussing about 8th standard English medium social science in that economics lesson number 4 continued part of government and the economy. In the previous session we get the information about introduction for the lesson, planning in India, objectives of planning in India, and also till now, so those are the very important concepts we get the information. Let's come to in this session we are going to get the more information about government and the economy. Achievements and failure of Indian planning. In that we are going to get the information about achievements of Indian planning. Indian planning is a classical example of very notable achievements and serious failures. That India has become a very huge economy and one of the fastest growing economies is itself is testimony to the achievements of Indian planning. So let's come to what are the very important achievements of our Indian planning. Number one, increase in national income as well as per capita income. Here it is showing off the bar graph. The Indian size and growth rate of national and per capita incomes have both increased. During the planning period, national income has increased manifold. The per capita income was 7,513 at constant prices in 1950. Here it is, you can see that in 1950, 51, so the per capita income it was 7,513. It is increased to 74,193 in 2014 and 15. So this is the tremendous changes, the progress, especially in the national income and per capita income. So it is one of the greatest achievement of our Indian planning. And the second one, development in agriculture. The production of food grains, which was 51 lakh tons in 1950-51, increased to 176.4 million tons in the year 1991, and further to 252 million tons in the year 2015 and 16. Production of all the crops like cotton, sugarcane, oil seeds, vegetables, fruits, milk and other agricultural products has increased manifolds. So the much needed food security to the nation has been ensured with the development in the field of the agriculture. And the third one, development of industry. There has been a substantial improvement of the capital goods industry, including iron and steel, machinery, chemical fertilizers, etc. It has been took lot of development, especially in the industries. So that is also one of the development of industry. It has been essential industries it is achieved. And the fourth one, development of economic infrastructure. Like 5-year plans laid the foundation for development of economic infrastructure, which includes transportation, power generation, communication, irrigation. So took lot of development, especially in the economic infrastructure. So that is also one of the achievement of 5-year plan. And the fifth one, development of social infrastructure. Development of social infrastructure is another important achievement of our 5-year plans. It consists of such vital services as education, health and family welfare, housing, labor welfare, and labor welfare and welfare of backward classes, etc. So as achieved the social infrastructure. And the sixth one, India was able to achieve self-reliance in the production of basic consumer goods and food grains required by our people. The emphasis was laid on the development of basic industries like steel industry, power industry, as well as chemical fertilizers. So in these fields we have achieved self-sufficiency. And the next, employment generation. Large employment opportunities have been created through the establishment of small scale industries as well as cottage industries. Spread of technical education, development of self-employment schemes, creation of larger industries, improvement of agriculture and service sector, etc. It has been created generation of employment opportunities. And the next one, capital formation. Development of agriculture, industry and defense increased and income have increased. The rate of capital formation as also, that is also one of the development of agriculture, industry and defense. It is helped to increase the income and increase the rate of capital formation. And the ninth one, development of science and technology. India has also progressed in the field of science and technology. India stands third in the world in the sphere of science and technology. Indian engineers and scientists are in the position that they can independently establish any industrial venture. And the 10th one, social justice. So the fundamental objectives of Indian planning is to achieve growth with social justice. Measures like land farms, abolition of bonded labor and liquidation of rural indebtedness, fixation of minimum wages, provision of basic minimum needs and reduction of construction of power and economic disparities have contributed towards the achieving of social justice. Reduction of concentration of power and economic disparities have contributed towards achieving social justice. So these are the very important achievements of our Indian planning. Let's come to the, even though we are having these are all the achievements, some of the failures are also there. So let's come to the what are the failures of our Indian planning. There are also many failures in Indian planning. Prominent of them are, number one, considered as the slow growth in production and income. So in the 5-year plans, growth rate of production was very slow in many sectors and lower than targeted levels. And the second one, a rise in prices due to slow growth of production but higher increases in population. Prices continued to rise in every plan. So that is one of the major failure of our Indian 5-year plan. The third one, increase in unemployment. During the 5-year plans, unemployment went on rising. Although employment opportunities were created, they were not in tune with the rising youth population, resulting in huge unemployment. Actually, the growth during the last 25 years is decreased as the jobless growth. It is also one of the failures. Persisting poverty and inequality. So plans have also not succeeded in reducing poverty and inequalities. Although the population living below poverty lines has come down from about 45% in 1970s to about 22% now. The total number of poor in the country is one of the largest in the world. Inequalities have also not come down. Inadequate development of infrastructure. The infrastructure facilities in terms of transport, communications, power, irrigation, educational and health facilities and financial institutions have not expanded in tune with the requirement for the faster growth and not on par with that are available in other countries. And the sixth one, inefficient administration. One of the main shortcomings of our Indian plans has been poor implementation. Plans are formulated after a good deal of discussion and deliberation, but their targets are not achieved due to inefficient administration, dishonesty, vested interests and red tapeism, etc. are the showing of inefficient administration and become the failure of our Indian planning. And the seventh one, increase in exports not as expected. Due to slow increase in production, use of traditional technology and inefficient production, our goods are not competitive in the export markets. Our policy was more inward looking. Because of these reasons, export earnings are not as expected. Thus, many deficiencies and inadequacies are identified with reference to planning in India. We can conclude that plans are sound, but the problems is of proper implementation. So these are some of the failures of our Indian planning. So that's it about today's session. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed. In case if you having any doubts related to the concept of what we are discussed, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.